Welcome to where I call home. I've been roaming these parts since I was old enough to, well, roam. There isn't a mountain or lake out here that hasn't been explored by either me or my dad. I hope that you get a chance to fall in love with Silver Ridge Peaks. If you're anything like me, it won't take long. Good morning. I hope you got a chance to grab a big breakfast before heading out. There's a lot of ground to cover and it's tough on an empty stomach. Anyway, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that I already have a job for you. While things are quiet, I've been using our outpost to store essential supplies. There is an outpost not far from you that has a small stockpile of bottled water and canned goods. I need you to grab some things from this outpost and ferry them over to one of our observation towers. Don't worry, it's not a long journey. You'll be back to hunting in no time. Before now, we've always just used the lakes for drinking water. But ever since Dad got ill, we've had to put emergency measures in place. We always had emergency supplies, of course. But now we need to account for the possibility that our entire water table is polluted. Dad and I are convinced that it's just the one lake, polluted by the old mining sump next to it. But it's taking forever to get tests done, and it's not worth the chance of someone else getting sick.
Well, everybody, welcome back to the Hunter Call the Wild. As you can see, we're in a different reserve. That's right, Silver Peaks was just released, a little over an hour ago. And, hilariously enough, that was at 5:10. It is now 6:06 a.m. in the morning. I really shouldn't be recording at this time in the morning because I have been up all night and I am just completely shattered. But I got my Sprecher ginger beer here. Oh, that's good stuff.
This is the place. The supplies should be laid out, ready for you to pick them up. We need at least 6 water bottles, a couple of cans of peaches or whatever we've got there. And there should be a stack of flyers. Grab them too.
And well, I'm ready to do some of the missions for this new reserve. Now I haven't seen since it literally. Oh my god! I've seen a turkey. I've seen a prong. I've heard pronghorn. I've heard mule deer. I've seen a bison already. Anyway, I've kept myself pretty much blind to anything in this game. All I know is what the animals are, and that this is gorgeous.
Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
I like this voice actor. Yeah, let me check the bitter. A rare site harvest wild up and ooh. Weekly events. Okay. One daily anything in community? Nope. Okay. Alright, let's see. Warning, contaminated water. I want to read this. This water has been tested and found to something. Substances for something. Something. Do not drink, do not swim, bring own water supply. Okay.
You got everything? Fantastic. The tower isn't too far to go from here.
What the? Well, he's a brave soul. Yeah, I'm gonna let you run for it now, guy. Here's the, yes. Since we're on the new reserve, I want... see, any new rifles? I didn't look at the patch notes. No new rifles. Any handguns? No new handguns. Shotguns. Come on, there's gotta be a new shotgun since there's turkeys on this map. What's that? Oh, this thing. Nope, none of that. Alexander Longbow Ash, that's all we got. It's the Ash one. Lacquered, rough. I like this one. We'll buy it. Pedal items. That is used for rabbits, coyote, and small deer. Tracer arrows, too good. Grain. Bear. We'll buy the tracer ones. 1, 2 sets. And then 700 grade. I'll buy 1 set and 2 sets. Now we're gonna go into our weapons, and this is a good all-around weapon for now. That's gonna go. That's gonna go. That's gonna go. In its place, we're going to bring out that and that. Let's see, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away. Still bird shot, yep, that's good. That goes away, that goes away. 700, 550. Now let me go to store again. Go down to collars. Volunteer Ranger, Kirby, Lesser Turkey, Lesser Buck Book. Axis Deer, Cinnamon Teal, Lesser Whitetail Deer, Springbuck, Deer Bleat, Mule Deer, so I have that. Deer Grunt Call, Whitetail and Blacktail Deer. Oh, Elk Collar, Moose Call, Red Collar, Roe Deer Collar, Wild Turkey Collar, Wild Turkey Crow Collar. Oh, whoa, what the hell? There we go. Game glitched on me. Easy but hard to master. There's an appetite for turkey mouth color, also known as a turkey diaphragm call, used to attract any curious turkey. Dragon strength, 90 seconds, 500 meters, 500 meters. Okay, so we don't have anything for pronghorn, it seems. No, I didn't see anything in here that would bring a pronghorn in. I thought the antler rattler, or maybe the deer grunt would have done it. When decoys. Ooh, they got turkey decoys. Cool. Alright, any new blinds? Nail blind, or foul blind, tree stands, tripod stands, tents. Any more binoculars? No. Okay. So I'm going to bring out the elk collar, the Predator distressed color. This wild tricky color. And that's all the colors I need. And now for this, I have all the weapons I need, correct? Yes. I believe I do. Okay. Now we can get started. I will see you guys once I get up to there. Or if the other guy cuts in. He needs to talk about something. So I'll see you guys in a few.
You found the tower. There's hopefully a free shelf inside, somewhere you can stash the supplies. Oh, you should hang on to a couple of the flyers, though.
I wonder why he wants us to hold on to the flyers. This place is amazing. I cannot wait to see Booster doing this. It's beautiful. I've always wished I could go see the Rocky Mountains. But sadly, I probably never will in my lifetime. Don't care.
Fantastic. That tower should have everything it needs now. How's the view from up there?
Breathtaking.
It's great to have a hunter like yourself around. I'm grateful for your help with the supplies. I can't wait to hear your Silver Ridge hunting stories. Things have been quiet here recently. But with a hunter of your caliber on the reserve, we're gonna show folks that this is still the best place in the Rockies to hunt. Plus, you're not the only one working with us. We were able to convince Remy Warren to visit, and he's been logging his solo hunts out here for a week or so. He's got a pretty decent following online, so hopefully he's impressed with the reserve. When I proposed using social media to promote the reserve, the board were a little hesitant. But they're giving us a chance to try something new, and I'm sure it'll be worth it.
That's a good thing. Doing something new.
So I suppose you were wondering why I wanted you to grab the flyers, right?
Yeah.
There are people who come out here just to visit the lake. I'm fine with people standing on the shore, but until we know exactly what's going on, we need to keep people out of it. I had these flyers made up so we can pin them to our bulletin boards. There's a trail that leads straight to the lake, so I'd like you to pin up one of these flyers at the trailhead. Now, the flyers cover the basics: heavy metals, mining waste, and why to avoid diving in. It's not much, but until we know more, it's all we have. The lake is beautiful, and it's always pulled in visitors. It still looks the same as it ever did. Maybe even better, now that it's calm and peaceful. But now, I can't look at it without seeing what it did to my dad, or what it's doing to the reserve. People discover that we have one contaminated lake and assume that the reserve isn't worth visiting anymore. So far, the local wildlife seems okay, but our bookings for visitors, and especially hunters, have dried up.
Oh, man.
I have a few contingency plans that I want to try out. I'm a little nervous, though, as our board can be a little conservative. And if my ideas don't involve pulling in hunters, it can be really tricky to get them on board. It was easier to convince the board to invite yourself and Remy into the reserve, given that you're both hunters with good reputations. I'm glad you said yes.
No, need to worry about it. But, ugh. I hate people like that. Not open to new ideas. Because they're afraid of something changing, something like that. Yeah, I hear ya. change is a part of life, so something bad happens, something will fix it. But what was I saying back up on the tower? I don't know, he completely lost me. Okay.
One down, one to go. Keep following the trail to the lake.
I will say... Oh yeah, I remember. I'll probably never make it to the Rocky Mountains in my lifetime because I probably will never make enough money to go. Sadly, I'd like to go. Because the furthest I've been on a tentacle vacation in my lifetime was Branson, Missouri. That's just maybe that's a state away. Not even that much, considering I live close to the edge of Kansas. But it's how it is. Maybe one day I'll be able to go to the Rocky Mountains. I'd love to see the
Take a look at the water. If I hadn't told you, would you suspect that the lake was dangerous?
No, I wouldn't. Nothing seems off about it. Like, the lake near my place, in my town, sometimes gets around springtime. It gets this green algae that almost looks as thick as oil, and it doesn't harm the fish, but it can be harmful to humans. So they tell you not to swim in areas where it's located, or if you catch fish in the lake, to eat them during that time frame. Clean them profusely, and do not eat any of the skin. Might as well get some pointers up.
We might not be able to monitor the lake 24/7, but at least now people have been warned. Thanks for taking care of that. It's such a strange feeling to be publicizing the very issue that is hurting us at the moment. I know it's the responsible thing to do, but it still feels slightly like self-sabotage. Our summer season has already started, and normally this whole area would be covered with hikers. I've only seen a handful of people in the reserve recently. I'm sure that things will pick up eventually, but every day I'm reminded that my dad was the major driving force behind this place. It's just bad timing, I suppose. We'd had some other issues with one of the board members, but that's in the past. The best thing to do is to keep pushing forward. I've got some big plans to help turn things around. Who knows? Maybe we'll have this place at full strength by the time my dad gets back in the saddle.
Well, I'll help you anywhere I can, buddy.
I'm talking a lot about family stuff, aren't I? I suppose work and family are the same thing for me, you know? I've been watching my dad do this job since I was a kid. Let's change the subject, shall we? I've got a job that I'd like you to take care of. The big plans I mentioned before? One of these plans is a little passion project of mine. We're gonna need some gear. Rappelling gear, actually. I have stashed a few bags at one of the nearby outposts, and I'd like you to head over there and pick them up, when you can. I've been doing adventure sports for about 10 years or so now. It started with bouldering and rock climbing while I was on a high school trip. Last year, I got an accreditation as an instructor, and I was planning on teaching classes. When my dad got ill, I put it on the back burner. But now, I think we have a good opportunity to commit to it. Unfortunately, I'm a little too busy to teach classes just now. But one of my base jumping friends, Sammy, took the same course as me, so she's gonna lead the class instead.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, great. Don't care. Okay. Now it's you I want. First order of business. Wait, let me just see how far that is. Ooh, okay. Game is kind of glitchy. Did that even hit? It missed, didn't it? God damn it. I need to level up so I can upgrade some more of my skills. Oh my dear God. Oh, I forgot. Been a while since I've done missions. Why, thank you. Damn, that thing big. I get the feeling these turkeys are kind of stupid. And it was a gold. Nice. That's a perfect shot, too. Ooh, very pretty. Did they add the beard? Did they add the beard? Yes, they added the beard. I was so worried they didn't add the beard. And now, I'm pretty sure someone has told Fooster this already, but Fooster thought when Taco was talking about a bird's beard, a turkey's beard, he thought he meant this. That is a snood. The beard is the big feather right here on the front of its chest. And usually the bigger the beard of the turkey, the bigger the turkey. And the more healthier it is. But I'm going to, I can't taxidermize that. I'm going to trophy manage it. Red deer, gray wolf, grizzly bear, mallard, plains bison. Got 2 plains bison. I'll override this one. Close, except. And I will make my way over there. Rams was bad enough.
The gear is in here. I packed it into a couple of backpacks. It shouldn't be too heavy. You got everything? There's a good rock face nearby that Sammy can use to teach her beginners. If I recall correctly, you also have some mountain climbing experience.
I do?
I get it. Those mountain goats aren't easy to catch. There's some good anchoring points at the top of the rock face. If you can get those ropes nice and secure, it'll save Sammy some time and help the class.
Oh dear lord. There's a bear. Anyway. Moving on.
Truth be told, I've wanted to start an extreme sports group here for a long time, but the old chairman of the board pushed back against anything that wasn't hunting. He was very old-fashioned, though. The patriarch of the Simpkins Electronics Empire. He even forced his vegan animal rights activist son, Timothy, to come with him on hunting trips to Africa. accused the activist of brainwashing his son. The family reputation around here dropped quite dramatically when my dad caught Timothy drinking and dealing drugs inside the reserve. Simpkins actually used his power on the board to keep my dad quiet. But the next time my dad caught Tim in the reserve, he wasn't just dealing drugs. He had been poaching. Dad called it in without even telling Simpkins Sr. Of course, he was furious. Tried to get my dad fired, actually. But all credit to the board. They stuck with my old man. All these changes I want to make will hopefully account for the loss of the Simpkins' money and influence. This is just the start, too. I'm proposing snowboarding and extreme skiing for the winter. I've got some friends who I'd love to invite over to shoot some videos. Could be fun, don't you think? Anyway, if the rappelling goes well and makes a little money, I think the old folks on the board will start to come around.
That's an interesting little story plot.
That looks great. I doubt I could have done a better job myself. Don't let the ropes down. We don't need them getting all tangled up. I really appreciate your help with this one. It's been an uphill battle to get to this point, and I'm disappointed that I can't be there to run the classes myself. If I'm being honest, I have a lot invested in the classes going well. There's still some people on the board who are friends with the old chairman, and it seems pretty clear that they don't like me proposing new ideas. Anyway, I'll let Sammy know that we're good to go. I trust her to take care of it.
Okay.
Hey, so listen. There might be a situation going on at the moment and I could really use your help to check it out. It's not just gold and silver mining that took place out here. Even more recently, there was a working uranium mine in the area. When the reserve was established, we took responsibility for keeping it safe. Anyway, the old uranium mine is very rarely a problem. But recently, it appears that one of our neighbors, a guy I went to school with actually, has been spotted camping out around the mine. His name's Bobby Joe Jefferson. He's normally just a nuisance, driving his quad bike around and setting up little shooting ranges with tin cans. He makes the deer and turkeys extra skittish, so the hunters hate him. Can you head over to the mine and see what's going on? He's allowed to hike and camp there, but I don't want him going anywhere near the entrance itself.
Okay. We're getting something interesting going on, I think. Well, as I make my way over there, since this is probably going to be getting close to the end of the video, I would like to let you all know that I have some merchandise at the Redbubble. If you wanna, just come on, just take a look at the cute shrew. Wouldn't you want an adorable shrew like that, that's cuddle up with? And for the tigers are actually, that photo of the tigers actually is a second place award-winning photo. My zoo was having a competition back in 2013, and that photo right there won me second place in the competition. And I was using a crappy camera, and I got that good picture. Neither of these two are on shirts. I haven't really made much for shirts yet. I have one that's my Cuteness Engage thing, Fox Edition. That's on Redbubble as well. So if you're looking for some for your girlfriends, or if you're looking for some for your boyfriends, you know, something like that. It also comes on phone cases, coffee modes, stuff like that. Those things aren't just the only things that those things are on. Those are some examples of what it looks like. But there's other things as well. There's also a young red-tailed hawk photo of it guarding its prey. on stuff. A nice morning, a foggy morning over the lake with hot air balloons going over it. Photo on some stuff. You know, I'm on the blanket. So if you guys would like to check some of those things out. I don't know when I'll be how much I'll do it, but if you follow me, go follow me on Instagram, and I will be posting whenever there's a new merchandise coming out onto Instagram. Oh, and I'll also bring it up into videos, but it'd be best to be follow me on Instagram and be aware of that, because I may forget to put in a video sometime. But, yeah, if you guys would like to go and take a look at the stuff, it'd be really helpful. Damn, I thought you could... Oh, sorry guys. Excuse me. That one came out of nowhere. God, I thought you could traverse any of these mountains. Anyway, yeah, if you guys could check that out, that'd be really appreciated. I'll leave a link in the description below to my storefront in Redbubble, so you guys don't have to go bother searching for it. Yeah, so I will see you guys in a minute. Oh, God. Going down.
Okay, first things first. Let's make sure that the mine itself is still secure. This looks intact, at least. That's gotta be a good sign. A trail camera? I've used these for work and for hunting before. This one shouldn't be here, though. We don't want hunters so close to the mine. Grab the camera. I don't really understand what's going on with the cameras, but at least the entrance is secure. Let's go find his camp, shall we? Another trail camera. Bobby Joe doesn't have a permit to hunt here. Is he poaching? It was actually Remy that called this one in. He doesn't know who Bobby Joe is, but I knew who it was as soon as Remy described him.
Oh, man, that blinded me. I lost the flying, turkey. Why did that little fall hurt me that much? Not a bad camp. What's this Bobby guy up to?
That looks like his camp. Any sign of him?
got some rounds in here. Binoculars. Okay. Okay, game?
Rifle cartridges. That's not good news. Binoculars. Maybe he was hunting.
Okay, why can't I look at this?
That's our sign. Pick it up, would you?
I didn't see a sign.
Secret uranium mining. Government conspiracy? I'll be honest. I never credited Bobby Joe with this much imagination in high school. Replant the sign, and we're done here for now. A journal? Maybe this'll show us why he's out here. You know what makes this extra weird? He actually has done some detective work. Enough to convince himself to camp here.
Thursday, 23-25. Definitely more signs of activity around the disturbed uranium mine. Footsteps and some superficial damage to the mine entrance. Saturday, 1:40. Decided to camp out by the mine, and there's been no activity tonight. Going to stay until dawn and sleep until lunchtime. Sunday, 15 morning. A truck just drove most of its way in towards the mine. It's black with tinted windows. If I had to guess, the government are sending agents out to retrieve resources from the mine. Two guys got out and tried the entrance. They had knives, but no real equipment for getting in. Were they testing the door to make sure that nobody can get in, or are they worried about something getting out? I couldn't see if they were armed, but if they were part of something big, they're almost certainly going to have pistols. Sunday, 6:45. Follow the truck to the edge of Silver Ridge Peaks, but I'm low on fuel and have to get back to camp. Is Alan Bradley aware of this? Is he in on this? I'm gonna need allies if we can bring this conspiracy to light. First, I need fuel and some breakfast. And the government has kept the uranium mine going in secret, but what else could they be hiding down there? I'm not leaving Silver Ridge until I find out. Ooh, this is getting interesting. But since we're here, I'm in perks. I want that one. There we go. What else could be going on? Oh, we gotta grab. Okay, we'll go to the mine and then we'll end the episode. I'm really gonna want to know what's going on. Because if I end the episode here, I'm going to have to travel all the way back here. So, we're just gonna go up to the mine, see what is going on, and then we'll call it a day. That turkey's still around here.
Hopefully that's the last one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. Hopefully that's the last one. Pick him up and I'll put him in our lost and found when I can take him from you. The sign's back up? Great. This mine has never been a problem before, but let's not take any chances. Me and my dad have been dealing with Bobby Joe for years, but this is new. I know he's a nuisance, but I always felt sorry for him. He had a pretty tough upbringing. I don't want to call the police, but I have to. He's armed and known for making poor choices.
Okay. What's next?
It would appear that it's not just the neighbors that are making questionable calls today. Sometimes folks from the city will drive out here to get away from work or their personal lives or whatever happens to be bothering them. The problem is that sometimes, quite often actually, people wander into the wilderness without a clue of how to survive if things go wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that, of course. And based on a couple of phone calls I've had from the hospital today, I think that someone has made a mess and could use some help. I was going to check in on them myself, but I need to coordinate with the police on this Bobby Joe thing, and you're already really close by. Can you head over to the campgrounds nearby and check in on them? The phone calls were sporadic at best. As far as I can tell, this professional yoga and meditation expert has led a group of accountants from Denver into the wilderness on some sort of spiritual retreat.
Oh dear
She
God.
took their cell phones away from them and had them eating wild flowers and berries. Some of them got sick and have gone directly to the hospital. I know that we're not the reason why this happened, but it could look very bad for us if anyone gets seriously hurt. I'd appreciate if you'd hustle and check it out.
Got it. Well, that's gonna have to wait for the next episode. So, I'm really excited to see how this actually goes and thing comes on. Because it sounds really interesting and dealing with poachers, a conspiracy theory about with the government. And now dumbass people who think they know everything just because they've watched some TV shows. That's pretty much what he just said to me. We have dumbasses out here who are believing they can do whatever they want because they've watched some TV shows, so they think they know everything. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for me. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, hit slap, smack, slap, punch, shoot, whatever you want to do to that like button. I don't care. Hit the subscribe button so you do not miss an episode of when I upload any content. Cause I have something a little interesting planned as well for, that's gonna be going up today as well.
Tracks are my go-to source for insight into animals in the reserve. Species, number, mood. You can learn a lot about them before you've ever spotted anything.
Yeah. Okay, good. Anyway, leave comments down below of what you guys think of this so far. And, don't worry, there will be more of this to come. Especially the Silver Peaks. I've got quite a few bits of... Oh, for the love of God! Just let me finish my fucking damn outro! Anyway, there's more stuff for Silver Peaks to come, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So, until then, I'll see y'all next time. Until then, have a good day, everybody. Peace out.